Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Friday the 16th of June 2023. Well, I did not expect to be making a video today, but Millwall have dropped a couple of big news items quite conveniently on a Friday. I think maybe they're a bit contentious, shall we say, for some people. So they might have done that deliberately on Friday to get the weekend to get a breather in and get some space between the news and the reaction to the news. But so here we go. Ryan Leonard signs new deal. It's fair enough, pretty good actually, in my opinion. But I was quite shocked to see when it was announced that we would offer the deal to Ryan Leonard. When Millwall announced the released list and the retained list, they said we've offered contract to this guy and that guy. One of them was Ryan Leonard. And a lot of people upset about that. Like, I think because they're moaning that he's always injured, and they figure, well, if you've got a player that's always injured, no matter how good he is, once his contract's up and you've got a chance to get a shot of him, like, well, there you go, there's your opportunity, let's get rid of him. You don't have to pay a player that doesn't play. So I understand that, but he was pretty good last season when he did pop in, and when he did play. Now, is that because he's trying to get this new contract? I don't know, but we'll see. So Ryan Leonard signs a new deal. Millwall Football Club is delighted to confirm that Ryan Leonard signed a new contract, extending his stay in SC16. The 31-year-old joined the Lions back in 2018 on loan from Sheffield United before signing permanently a year later. A huge personality in the changing room, Leonard made 18 appearances for Millwall last campaign, provided valuable versatility to manager Gary Rout, who utilised Leonard in midfield and defence. Ryan has made 107 appearances throughout his 5-year spell in London and will soon add that in the coming campaign. I'm very happy. I've got a lot of friends here. I really enjoy playing for the club. And you can watch Ryan's full interview on Mill TV Plus subscription. So yeah, so you can see that 18 appearances. So what we've got? We've got 46 league games. What did we have? We had one FA Cup game, one League Cup game, so that's 48. So he missed 30 games. So, and he's not getting any younger. He's 31-year-old now. Good deal? Not a good deal. I assume the reason why he didn't snap their hands off when the contract was thrown at him was maybe there's some kind of reduction in salary. Maybe some kind of condition in terms of appearances and whatnot, that they restructured it to make allowances for his injuries. If they have done that, then surely that's a good bit of business. But we wait and see. It's not for us to know. We just see them play or not play on the pitch, and we cheer and we boo and we do all that kind of thing. So here we go. Ryan Leonard staying for another season. Now, another big bit of news that dropped, not from Millwall, it came through South London Press, londonnewsonline.co.uk, Richard Corley. So I assume that this is 100% kosher, 24 carat. Mill accept bid from top League One club for Tyler Burey. So top League One club, so that's certainly not Charlton Athletic. Then I don't know who that would be. Tried to find out. There's not really much going on. There's a lot of fans of various teams expressing an interest, hoping that it's them. Bolton Wanderers, Doncaster City, Pompey. But there was a Pompey fan who said, well, he's been injured a lot, so no thanks. But yeah. So Mill have accepted a bid from a top League One club for winger Tyler Burey, the former AFC Wimbledon youngster, who looks set to leave the South London club this summer. Some Championship clubs have also expressed an interest in Burey, who made 26 appearances last season. Burey is weighing up what options are open to him. He scored a 90th minute in the October home game against West Bromwich Albion. The second half of the campaign was disrupted by injury. He had more than 3 months absent from Gary Rout's first team squad before returning in a 3-2 win at Blackpool, Mill's penultimate match. The 22-year-old was signed from the Dons in July 2019 and initially went into the Lions development setup. Burey scored 3 goals in 9 games on loan for Hartlepool before a hamstring problem curtailed his stay. The direct and pacey attacker scored 3 goals in game matches for Millwall. He was featuring for the under-21s at the end of the season as well, although just in the league games, not in the playoff finals. But yeah, looks like he's out the door. Again, so Millwall have been bringing in these players for the youth team, and you can see, so he's 22 years old now, so he's not under 21 anymore. So that's seems to be the cutoff. Like as soon as you get to 21, 22, the same thing with Isaac Galofi. They said, well, you're too old for the under 21s. Can you get into the first team? Not really. See, it's time to move on. Surprising this one. Yes and no. I mean, obviously he can play football, but various other things happening. There was a thing earlier in the season. I don't know if he filmed it or someone else filmed it. They were driving down the motorway, and whilst driving down the motorway, they did laughing gas out of balloons whilst driving down the motorway. So that is not only an incredibly stupid and retarded thing to do, but to actually film yourself and then upload that to the internet. That's like retarded squared. Absolute fucking stupidity. And I think from that moment on, it was like, what kind of human being have we got here? Who is this person? Never mind a footballer. He could be fucking Lionel Messi or Neymar. What person are we dealing with here? What's his morality? Does he have any morals? Does he have a god that he prays to? Where's the line? So yeah, I think from that moment on he was done and dusted. He's been just stinking out the place. You can see in the sponsors day when he had to give hand over. He had to do a photograph where he handed over the shirt to the person who would sponsor his shirt, and you can see all the other players. They're there. They're smiling. They're playing along, and he's just there like face like a smacked ass. You can tell he really doesn't give a shit. He doesn't want to be there, which is, fair enough. Like, if you're a professional footballer and you just want to play football, you don't want to do all this stuff. You don't want to do interviews. You don't want to do going to the kids' hospital, handing presents to kids. You don't want to do any of that charity work. Have it written in your contracts and say, look, I want to play football. I don't want to do all this stuff. I'm not a personality. I'm not a social media or whatever person. I just want to play football. Have that written in your contract. But yeah, something is not right there. And it looks like it's time to go. And someone's willing to pay for it, which is fair enough. Because he scored, as it says there, he scored 3 goals in 9 games on loan for Hartlepool. He went on loan to Hartlepool whilst at the time in League 2, and he absolutely smashed it. He was really absolutely. He showed that he was a quality League 2, top League 2 player. So someone in League 1 is trying to bring him to them and see if it works out. So there you go. But like I said, even though there's negativity around, good luck to him. I hope he figures some things out and cracks on. But we'll see. Yeah, something clearly not right there. But arrivederci, mate. Here we go. This is from LondonNewsOnline.co.uk. Millwall start transfer window with bang and Boss are hoping to add more in forward department. Millwall started their summer transfer window with a bang as they landed long-term target Kevin Nisbet, and Gary Rat is hoping that isn't the last of the forward edition. The Lions paid a seven-figure sum for the 26-year-old Scottish international, who signed a long-term contract. Believe it's 3 years with a fourth option. That's coming from the Scottish side. Millwall struck early in the market and confirmed Nisbet's deal last Saturday before the window officially opened for business on Wednesday. The Lions have been in advanced talks with Hibernian to sign the Glaswegian in January, only for the move to break down over complications with medical. But Millwall always intended to resurrect it again. The Lions only had Tom Bradshaw as a recognised out-and-out striker after January when Benicofobie quit Dubai's Hatta Club. And Raul did dabble with Andres Fogelsam and Oliver Burke through the middle. Asked if he expected another signing in that area of the pitch, Raul told the South London Press, "I think we'll always look to add there. It's no surprise we were looking to add in January and we didn't get the extra striker we wanted. We have signed Kevin, but we've lost the likes of Ollie Burke. What we want is competition for places. Players performed really, really well last year, and they have to come back and do exactly the same. The only way of guaranteeing that is lifting the quality of the squad, and you raise that competition level, and people have to step up even more, which is what we need. Looking at all areas, but I certainly won't be opposed to strengthening again in the forward." Interesting comment there. So Garrett is saying we've lost the likes of Ollie Burke, so fantastic. Looks like he won't be coming back. Now he's similar to Tyler Burey, but a bit more quality. But he's just not an all-round footballer. He's just someone who can run. Nisbet scored 12 goals in 20 matches, 19 of those in the Scottish Premier after returning from a cruciate knee injury in December. Brower has not spent any time contemplating things would have played out differently for the Lions, who missed out on the Championship playoff place on the final day of the season if the switch had gone through at the start of 2023. There are reasons behind it not happening, which are not for me to go into, said the Lions. At that time, I was disappointed. You could feel we could have been the signing to make the difference at that point. But it's one of those things. I've been doing this job for a fair while, and I'm pretty quick to move on. It showed commitment from all parties to try and get something done again. And when the opportunity arose, he's a player who can play just beyond a striker, behind two strikers, one or two strikers. And as a striker on his own, he's very flexible forward. He's got good mobility. It's an excellent signing for us. He's got hunger, drive, determination to want to kick on again and show what he's all about in a different league. You're always looking for those options to help you win a game. Goal scoring, as we know, it's probably the hardest thing to do. Kevin is a natural goal scorer. He has that ability to find half a yard, find the corners of the net. He will complement the players that we've got at the club at the moment. Bradders was absolutely immense last season, but to be the only real striker in that role at the club was a lot of pressure on him and a lot on his shoulders physically. So yeah, there you go. Again, I don't know about you, but this transfer window seems a bit boring. Like we're going in for the same players again. Nisbet, Dykes, bids made. There's nothing new. It's the same old targets. Yeah. But yeah. So speaking of Bradders, we'll get on to him first. Though he played for Wales today. He was on the bench, and I think he only came on because Kiefer Moore, who started, got sent off in his 78th minute. Tom Bradshaw came on. You can see him there. He had 2 passes, 100% pass rate, got a rating of 6.11. Well, he's only on the pitch for 8 minutes, so you expect him to do. Didn't really have a lot to do. They were down to 10 men. So if we go to offensive stuff, where we go to, he had 1 shot, wasn't on target, but so it looks like Tom Bradshaw may be starting the next game now. Obviously, when Kiefer Moore got sent off, he was the replacement. So on Monday, that is Turkey away. And yeah, I was like I said, this game was broadcast on the BBC iPlayer on the S4C channel. I was listening to it because it was on the screen, but I was kind of listening to it because I knew Bradshaw won on, and then when he came on, I started watching it. Yeah, they got absolutely slammed. Not only that, but they fucking ruined my bet. Aka, with them, and who was the other one? I had a little punt on North Macedonia to beat Ukraine. Ended up being 3-2 to Ukraine. That was more of a punt. That was quite a long shot for them to do that, but I thought they might because they were at home. But this, yeah, absolute nightmare for Wales. Yes, not the best of results. So we'll see. Maybe Tom Bradshaw will start against Turkey, and we'll see what he can do. Hopefully, he can lift the team and do something because they weren't very good today. Also, as well as Mr. George Saville playing for Northern Ireland, they narrowly lost to Denmark away 1-0. That's not a bad result for them because Denmark clearly the better team. If we scroll down, you can see George Saville again doing a lot of things. He was so obviously, if you look on the right hand side, he's 6.66 rating, so he's their third. He was their third best player at Northern Ireland. Their best player was the goalkeeper, so that tells you what kind of game it was. If the goalkeeper gets the highest rating for a team, they had a lot of defending to do. But George Saville still managed to get 2 shots, 1 on target. Passing accuracy of 79.2, which looks like it might be the best for them. Oh no. Third best. One of them was a sub though, so second best really. He had 49 touches of the ball, which is the third most for Northern Ireland. If we go on to this stuff, and defensively he's doing a lot. 4 tackles he had, second most. 0 interceptions, 3 clearances though. So yeah, passing wise, how many passes did he actually do to get that rating? 24, so not the most. They didn't actually do that much. If we go up and see how many passes Denmark do, I bet it's a lot. It's the most passes. Denmark 184, 80. And you go down to Northern Ireland and it's like 38, 31. So they didn't have a lot of the ball. They were trying to play on the counter, it looks like, and they had to do a lot of defending. So that's there you go. But even then, George Saville was their third best player, and they only lost 1-0. So decent enough results to only lose 1-0 and not be the better team. Now moving on to this weird one that Millwall announced. Millwall announced the signing for the academy. Millwall Academy recruit Dillon Addai. Goalkeeper Dillon Addai signed for Millwall under-21s following a successful trial period. The former Leicester shotstopper has now made his move to the club official, having agreed terms at Calmont Road this week. Addai joins a successful group of players who have just been crowned Professional Development League National Champions in May. Keep up to date with the Young Lions and Dillon's 23-24 progress at millwallfc.co.uk. I don't know, maybe they just wanted a picture of a cool looking dude in the new merch that they're selling in the Lions shop. You can see looks brand new. They didn't even iron it. You can see he's still got the creases down it. It still looks good on him though, doesn't it? Like, he's a professional footballer. What can you do? I don't know if he was the guy. There was a guy who looked like him. Might have been him, who was the substitute goalkeeper in the final for the under-21s. And he was a trialist. So I was like, not a bad gig for a trialist to be the substitute goalkeeper in the playoff final. But yeah, we'll see what happens now. So the under-21s have got 2 goalkeepers. They've got Joe Wright. They've got this guy. So what happens now then? We've obviously here's the thing. So we're talking about Ryan Leonard being offered a new contract and agreeing to it. When Millwall put out the retained list, they said we've offered contracts to Connell Trueman and Ryan Leonard. Connell Trueman, we're still waiting to hear. Is he coming back? Has he signed? Maybe he hasn't. Maybe that's why they've signed this kid. Then Joe Wright's the third choice now, and this kid's playing for the under-21s. Maybe Connell Trueman has rejected the offer at Millwall. Maybe. Don't know. We'll see. But he's the only one outstanding now. So I guess we wait for that. We wait to see any other signing popping up. We've still got to wait for friendlies. Next week we've got the fixtures coming out on Thursday. We've got the Carabao Cup draw on Thursday as well. So there's a lot going on. We finished today's video though with this: new stadium tour dates on sale. A new batch of stadium tour dates are now on sale. Step into Millwall history. Experience the magic within. Walk the path many Lions legends have taken and feel the passion in SC16 on our 1 hour guided tour. The Den is one of the most iconic football stadiums in England, making it the perfect place to learn all about the colourful history and heritage of Millwall Football Club. The guided tour will start in the executive lounge before stopping off at various different locations in the stadium, such as the director's box, the press area, Paul Jiggins' Vida suite, and the female toilets. The tour is rounded off by taking a player's walk from the dressing room, through the tunnel, and out to the dugouts. The experience cannot end without making sure you grab a picture next to Gary Rowett's seat. And if you sniff it, they're going to kick you out. Stadium tour dates, here you go. So during the summer, Friday the 30th of June, Monday the 10th of July, Friday the 20th of July, they are all at 1 PM. So there you go. There's the prices there. £15 for non-season ticket holders, £15. £10 for concessions, £8 for under 18s. If you're a season ticket holder, you get a discount. £13, so you get £2 off. Junior Lions tours are priced at £10, adults £5. Under 16s, and then they have a legend tour where you get guided around by an actual former player. So there you go. But these ones up here, I think they're just normal ones. So there you go. And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.